Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deontay Burton, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got a super show planned for you guys tonight. First, I want to excuse my tardiness. We had a little technical difficulties, but now we got everything online. New guys understand they have a lot of technical difficulties
right,
because we're a high powered
right,
internet
right,
radio
right,
station. How about that? We got a good show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight we're talking about a subject matter that I think a lot of entrepreneurs deal with. It's a lot, especially over the past couple of years, dealing with COVID, storms and stuff like that. And it's how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. Again, we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. Because one thing about it, man, you can turn on your TV at any given moment and going in the internet at any time, and it's some different shit going on. Inflation, recession, COVID. Uh, Now they damn blowing up Israel and Palestine, all kind of stuff. Been in Ukraine and Russia, all kind of different things are happening where they have some kind of trickle down effect, maybe have on you or your particular business. So what I want to talk about tonight is give everybody strategies to actually help entrepreneurs navigate and economic uncertainty. You don't know if everything's gonna be up. If I say loud.
Oh, just saying hey to a couple people. Shirley Smith say she here to learn.
Okay.
How you doing, Shirley Smith? Kiss me pretty. Brown eyes. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Like Pooch said, we're a little late, but we still appreciate y'all tuning in our tardiness.
Absolutely. But like I said, a lot of times people, when you start a business up, you have your idea of your vision, what you want to do with your business, how you want everything to roll, how you want it to go about. But what happens is a lot of times things change. Vendors close down, they change the price. I remember back, shit, in the early 2000s, one thing that just threw a lot of folks off, and it just impacted everybody, regardless from your personal and your private or business, whatever. That's when the gas prices.
Oh yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like overnight, gas prices change.
Yeah.
Those kind of things have a trickle down effect where again they can just throw off your whole strategy in regards to what you plan. So what I want to talk about tonight is give everybody strategies and plans on what to do when you have economic uncertainty, how to help you adjust and pivot and move. That's why I talk about a lot of times in entrepreneurship. It's not about having one thing to have a blueprint and a plan, about how you want to go about things, but another thing is to be able to adjust, pivot, and move when things happen to you. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Okay, but listen, guys, right now, again, this is changing life. I'm not changing lives. Mr. Short Dollar.
Doing too many things at once.
My bad.
This is a Dollar Hour hosted by Mr. Short Dollar.
Mr. Short Dollar. Right. Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel where we have over 800 videos covering those business operations, business finance, business management videos. So whatever platform you are on, make sure if you have to leave, come back, came in the middle of the show, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, take advantage of all the great information that we have currently on the YouTube channel. And again, we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. I'm about to forget. Guys, if you have anything to add to the conversation, any question, anything like that, feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Oh, man, let me put this on the actual before I go any further.
That's right. Like we said, we run a little behind, so we got a few little things we got to put in there, and we're gonna get this going.
Yeah, well, feel free to add to the conversation. You got any questions, anything to add to it? 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Dealing with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur can be challenging, but there are strategies that you can employ to navigate these uncertain things effectively. Just a few tips. What I want to do is just go through a couple things I wrote down to help people out, when they're going through these particular things. So like I said, things change. Fuel prices, regulations, rules, different kind of tariffs, stuff going in, stuff going out. You're trying to ship the customers overseas, you got products coming in. All these things can change. Especially when we start talking about different taxes and stuff that imposed by them. So I want to give you guys strategies to help you about, going about everything. And the first one is, guys, you got to make sure when things are getting tough, things are getting rough, in regards to how the economy may be going, is number one thing is diversify your revenue streams. You know
Mhm.
what I mean by diversify your revenue streams. You may have a clear way of how you make your money. And one thing about it, guys, when you actually going through things that actually probably new to you or different, you got to be able to sit here and say, "Well, look, we've been doing it this way for years,
Mhm.
but now we got to adjust."
Okay.
The man in the flea market used to sell 8 tracks,
Uh-huh.
then he went cassette tapes,
Then
then
you
went to
see
CDs,
right.
and then he went to YouTube.
Right. So
Nah.
pivot and adjust is a very important thing.
Got to, because shit gonna change, right?
Right.
As long as we got innovation, technological advances, things are gonna change. You gotta be able to adjust accordingly, right?
Right.
That's how things go. You whatever industry you are, technological advances are gonna make things more effective and efficiently.
Mhm.
You can be on your old school, this way I want to do it type stuff. Sometimes you can get away with it, but the vast majority of times, it's sink or swim.
Yeah, we had to adjust. We had to pivot and adjust doing DevOps. We got to say it backwards so we don't get blocked. DevOps,
Absolutely. I mean, just keeping it real. When I had the salon, it was we had to shut everything down because of that when a pandemic hit. But then you talk like a year later, so I hit all the girls up like, "Hey, got everything open? College Park said everything's open." They've been in their shop.
At home.
At home
Uh-huh.
for a year and a half. Like, what the hell they gonna give me money for?
Right. They've been keeping all of it.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about they messing their damn plumbing up, put all that damn synthetic air weed down the pipe. But
it ain't their plumbing.
Yeah, well, but when that was happening, I had to sit here and say, well, look, and I found like different companies would actually let me rent out the some of the suites for photo shoots or some. You had a lot of being in Atlanta, you had a lot of travel stylists that actually may need a suite. So like they had apps that came out. So I had to just use technological innovations to help me survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, but those are kind of things that I had to kind of pivot and adjust because Mr. Tesla wasn't finna let me out that damn loose.
What kind of pandemic going on?
Like
He
15,
need him.
He said 15 grand. He said, "You want to get out at least give me 15 grand." Shit. What can I say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I had to just find ways to navigate. And I think I did a pretty decent job of doing that and everything. But those kind of things you had to kind of just look at because from a personal standpoint, when pandemic hit, I looked at with the tax business, man. One of the biggest things that helped us out, and I share that with people all the time. When I was in grad school, we used Google Hangouts all the time. Google Hangouts. Zoom was kind of like emphasis stage, so Zoom wasn't as much. Google Hangouts, some of the go-to meetings, something like that. But most of Google Hangouts. So when the pandemic hit, like when H&R Block Jackson, a lot of places had to close down because of that. Hell, I just offered those virtual services through them.
That you already doing.
Hey, bro, 20 at that point, probably 17, 18 years in the game. Bro, I never made that much money in my life.
Oh, wow.
I never made that much money in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I had just come out of the divorce, paid her money, and it was like Chris Brown says, on and popping, baby.
One good thing leads to another.
YouTube was blowing up.
Right.
Tag bit is blowing up. Yes, sir.
Living a good life.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yes, sir. Like my brother Kanye said. But now, man, that was just one of the things. Like with doing it, the technological advances that came around, and we was able to take advantage of it and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to think sometimes where it's been something with the innovation of the economy kind of hit where it kind of bit me in the wrong place or something like that. But I mean, hell, when the shop closed and all that kind of stuff, that bit my ass.
That was a big because you still had to pay rent.
Yeah, I still had to pay rent.
Rent,
exactly.
When no revenue coming in.
Ain't none coming in.
Right.
They started out want to sound like the loans and all the other kind of stuff. But shit, man, that was just something to get used to.
Right.
We're doing it. So, but again, that's why I want to have the conversation with everybody tonight because again, you do have things you can't control, maybe from the outside, weather, uncertainty, rules and stuff. But you got to make sure that you're able to pivot and adjust. Like I said, the first one is just be able to diversify your revenue streams. You got to be able to make sure that you got different ways your money coming in. And the first one, and we're looking at that, explore new markets. Look for untapped markets or demographics that might be interested in your product and services. So if you turn around and say, look, I'm selling certain clothing, I'm doing certain services. Who might that I normally don't reach out to maybe can't take advantage of a particular product or service that I'm having. You know, again, if you have your actual ideal customer, they may be black, 40 to 50 years old, made this amount of money, located in this area. You might say, well, look, is it a younger group, older group, another race? Who may be interested in somewhat I can take advantage of, you know, taking advantage of my product. Remember, guys, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. Second part of that is for diversifying revenue stream is product diversification. You can offer complementary products or services that can cater to different customer needs. Again, you may have actual cleaning business. You may say, well, look, man, we can't do this. We may offer window cleaning. We may offer furniture cleaning. We may do pressure washing. Those particular things, you know. If you actually have something, we may do laundry services. Just kind of other things you can kind of push out a little bit more because if this going slow, but there are other things we can do. We ain't just got to shut stuff down because we have the capacity to clean or service certain things. Maybe offer a couple of different services that's still in that family tree that you guys can take advantage of. Another one, you can your online presence, strengthen your online presence, and consider e-commerce if applicable to your business. I think a lot of times people don't realize how much money they lose by not necessarily having an online presence. Guys, everybody live off their phone. Everybody lives off their phone. You know, with everything they do, you kind of you're doing an injustice to yourself if you don't have some kind of online presence, be it from an actual commerce standpoint or informational standpoint. Because first time you tell folks you do something, you want to actually act like this is not a side hustle, this is actually a business. People want to Google you.
Yeah, they definitely want to.
People want to look you up. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
The Google it mostly to see if you're legit.
Yeah.
Shirley Smith said, "What about government contracts?"
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hold on, cowgirl. Hold on, cowgirl. I got you. Okay. Hold on, cowgirl. I like that. We're gonna get to it. That was one of my notes I put down, but a little bit further down. But you know, just diversifying your revenue streams, being actually understand that. Listen, just because the normal way I particularly get my money, we have capacity to do other things. We have to stop. Just gotta make some adjustments.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of business. When you actually out here doing stuff, you don't realize until you start doing it. I can do a lot of other stuff. Right. I'm not really pigeonholed down into this one particular thing. That's what happens to a lot of times. You know, just when we're at our jobs, we're there for a while. People say, "Man, you know, well, look, he's an accountant." Now I understand. Well, I can do management, he can do forecasting, he can do marketing and stuff like that. But people actually lock you in a particular place, and you do yourself an adjustment. An injustice being in business when you do that to yourself.
Okay.
Like, this is all we do. No. We can do other stuff too. And so I think that's what we got to kind of look at it. And remember, guys, one thing I do want to say to everybody is just be straight up. Do not wait for things to go bad to actually stop thinking about other things you can do. It may not be advantageous to you to actually do the other services at a particular time, but always keep in mind other things you can do, and be planning for the worst. You know, if certain laws change, certain things, whatever. I have to, being in the tax business over 20 years, when I started back in the game, you had to rapid refund and all this other particular stuff.
Right.
Congressional laws came in and stuff, and people couldn't do certain things. A lot of changes have came to the tax business over the past couple of years, over the past 20 years. I've had to adjust and change, the way we move, where we market, different products we offer, and everything. I had to make those adjustments. So that's why I say to people, always be kind of looking at when we start talking about economic uncertainties. You don't know what could happen as far as from a legal, governmental, law, all that kind of stuff happens. You got to be able to pivot and adjust. So that's why I want to kind of get the mindset, everybody. Always when you're in business, if something happened, always think about the what ifs. Never, ever, 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 ever get comfortable. Never get comfortable.
Right.
Because things are going to change.
They always do.
Like I said, as long as we got something called technology and innovation, things will change.
Right.
No shape, form. My brother here sitting on the ones and twos.
Right.
We celebrate 50 years of hip hop.
Right.
I'm sure Lab remember the crate days.
I'll carry the crate.
Lab remember the crate days.
I've carried a crate.
Who the hell carrying the crate now, Lab?
Not many people. Nostalgia with the albums, but nah. If you're doing regular gigs, you're not carrying the crates. It's just not possible.
Yeah,
but you never know what somebody's gonna ask for one.
Yeah,
and for two, you just want to have enough in your repertoire to make everybody keep dancing all night long. So you know, to me, innovation was a great thing.
Yeah.
Like I can have all my songs in one spot, all my albums, all my singles, everything in one spot. Then add the computer to it.
Yeah.
Then add my edits to that.
There you go.
Man.
Let me throw a bone at you. How many DJs are missing out because they didn't want to embrace it? And they look like, you know, I know you like you said, you have some nostalgia fans that want to do it.
Yeah.
How many cats you think out there that really like, I ain't doing it?
I think when it pivoted more towards it, they lost out. But now those people, the nostalgic people who carry the crates and do all that, are considered how you put it. They get less, like you said, online presence. The online presence for them is bigger. They get more views and likes because they do pull out the records and albums and figure out how to mix and blend and scratch and all that with the records and albums versus a person who's on this computer. I don't know why it's switching like that, but it's actually harder to mix on albums than it is on the computer.
Gotcha.
The computer lines up stuff a little bit more advanced than the turntables do.
Gotcha.
So it's a little harder. So people look at that now as you're a great DJ if you could do that.
So you think that is like? Do you think that's a decent example in regards to looking like, you know, being able to embrace technology and stuff, missing out and stuff?
I always say you should learn how to do it all. I know how to mix on all the equipment, the turntables, the CDJs, the controllers. I can mix on all of them because for one, you never know where you're going to go, what they're going to have. Sometimes if you go to some of these events and festivals and clubs and they have their own equipment, then they not necessarily have what you work on. So you got to work on all of it so you'll know how to work with all of it. So, you know,
good point.
You know, I just think yeah.
Yeah, no, good point. Guys, remember, call in number 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. We're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur.
Your mama say, hey.
What's up, Mom? What's going on?
Maria say good evening.
Good evening.
Right,
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. The second thing is maintain a healthy cash flow. We always know in the world of finance, cash is king. Cash flow management. Keep a close eye on your cash flow. Monitor your accounts receivable and payable diligently. Guys, you got to make sure your cash coming in. You know, you being busy and you got money in the bank, two whole different things. One of the big things that a lot of times people in business forget, especially a lot of times you actually get into that new business euphoria. You're busy, got money coming in, but you also got a lot of money going out. So you got to make sure you monitor your cash flow. Have that emergency fund. Have an emergency fund that can cover several months worth of experience.
Let me ask you a question on that. How many entrepreneurs or small businesses do you actually think does that? Or and percentage-wise, how many percentage-wise small business entrepreneurs do you actually think do it the way you just said?
I think probably 20%.
Okay.
Actually do it like that. 80% of them don't do that. And that could be because they don't take it serious or they don't have the capacity. What I always say is, you know, and I understand things happen. And I've done videos and information in regards to that. Guys, it's not about having 6 to 7 months, like we said, several months of expenses on hand. You got to have access to capital that can cover it. If you got a credit card available that you don't use, that can cover that, a line of credit available that you don't use, that can cover that. That's just as fine. You just want to have access to the capital.
Right.
And what we always say, guys, get access to capital when you don't need it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So it's not an issue of saying, I got to have all this money saved up. You just want to have access to it just in case.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I get what you're saying.
And I think a lot of times what happens, people are too impatient because you don't have to have that kind of stuff in place to start your business up. But when stuff happens, or not when stuff happens, people not able to survive certain events because stuff got slow.
Well, let me ask you another question with regards to that. You know, we just had a year or so ago, we had the pandemic, and we had a lot of businesses closed during the pandemic. And I know the pandemic lasted a year or so, or 2 years. How much do you recommend they have? Because doing it like you just said, business, you know, how long, you know, we don't know exactly how long the issue that happens. It's not what if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. We just don't know how long. Like some of those businesses may have had a year worth of finances available and then it went into year 2, and it became a problem.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, Lab. It's just me speaking. I think that when the pandemic hit, where the government stepped in was exceptional.
Okay.
I think the problem come up is people actually got government funding, they just misused it.
Okay.
So bottom line, you could have got if your shit was. Now here's the thing: if your shit was legit,
Mm-hmm.
structure wise, everything set in place, you had access to get funding that could cover you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So that was in place for you to do it. And here's the thing about it: we can't sit and cry about spilled milk if we don't have all our I's dotted and our T's crossed.
Mm-hmm.
So when something happens, like you really have a business, you just doing something on the side,
Right.
right?
I get it.
So, but I will say this, as far as like, it was enough stuff in place to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you turn around and got $100,000 disaster loan. You want to go buy your Range Rover or got your living room suit. I mean, that's on you,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there are things in place to help folks.
Okay.
I'm just keep it real. My personal opinion with it, I just think a lot of times people actually, the thing that's gonna make you successful in business is things that's gonna hurt you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's being disciplined and being straight up.
Right.
I understand. Look, I just got $100,000. Let me allocate these particular funds. That's saying now I got this money. I'm gonna take care of this. Maybe I get it back later and I cover that stuff. I mean, if you're actually gonna be disciplined and stay on top of everything. People say to me all the time, "Well, look, Poochie, you sit down on social media drinking and smoking, and doing this all during the day and stuff like that." But I'm super structured.
Right.
I'm super structured.
They don't see you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, they ain't see me. No, exactly. Exactly. And that's fine. I share that with people.
Right.
But at the end of the day, people see what they want to see. People
Mm-hmm.
hear what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question is a lot of times, I think just in the case of the pandemic, there were things in place
Mm-hmm.
to help people. Now people took advantage of it or not,
Mm-hmm.
or did it the right way. Now people damn sure took advantage of it and got the money, but
Yeah.
if they actually applied it
Properly.
the correct way, that's probably a different story.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. So I think that's what was happening more than anything. You know what I mean, Lab? So again, tonight we're talking about how to handle economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. Call in number 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. The third thing you can do is just a tidbit is operational efficiency. Cost optimization. Identify areas where costs can be reduced without compromising the quality of products and services.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, here's one thing about it. When you have to look at when you're actually doing a particular service or producing a product, we always got to look at kind of cost optimizations, because what people get confused is, and I hear people all the time, especially being in cigar shops, I made $300,000, I made $400,000, which is true,
Mm-hmm.
but they made $400,000, but they spent $375,000.
Okay.
They bring home number $25,000,
Okay.
but they'll never say the totality of everything. Well, I always say numbers keep you honest.
Yeah.
And we start looking at actually the things that actually go into the actual cost of your business. I'm selling bikes, but I'm selling bikes for $100, but the material made the bikes $75. I'm bringing home $25 per bike.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go find other products where I can get it cheaper?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I'm not compromising actual service or the quality of
Right.
doing it. Having due diligence, actually looking for other vendors. Finding.
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off.
Good.
When you said that, it reminded me of, a lot of people say, well, why does the neighborhood store cost so much more money than a Wally World? Because Wally World has other things that can drive down the cost of some of the things they're selling. They have which they cost optimization. They have a way of tamping down those prices. And they don't tamp down a lot, but they tamp them down more than mom and pop, or more than a specialty shop. A specialty shop that may just sell bread, and the same bread you might get at Wally World for $2, they sell it for $5. And you're like, well, why is that? It's the same bread, because they're a specialty shop. And Wally World's not only selling bread, they selling milk, they selling juice, they selling drinks, they got to change a tire, they can change your oil. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I shared this story before, Lab. To that point, there were a group of black this shit over 15 years ago, black beauty supply owners.
mm-hmm.
They came to me. They was talking about, because they heard me on WLK one day,
Uh-huh.
and they came to me. Like, it was like, hey, the dilemma they were having. would compete with the Asian beauty supply stores.
Mhm.
Did a little research, and what I told them was, I said, here's the deal what's going on. You guys are buying that wholesale just like they are.
Mhm.
But you saying you can't compete because they're selling a product for $1.50, but you guys sell it for $2
Mhm.
because you're not getting that wholesale price. Thing I advise all of them to do, you got to buy in bulk like they buying because they're buying it cheaper.
Mhm.
They buying 10,000 at a time or 1,000 at a time, or y'all buying a couple hundred or even less.
Mhm.
So the wholesale price that they're getting is going to be cheaper.
Mhm.
I said my suggestion to y'all is buy in bulk as a cohort,
Mhm.
co-op.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I said you want to do it real good, you can get all the black beauty supply stores in the region or just state of Georgia,
Mhm.
and y'all can buy bulk just like that. Y'all can. I actually gave them because they paid the money. I
Mhm.
gave I over delivered. I can share this. I said y'all can even rotate Atlanta, Savannah, Macon, this, that, and that. Whoever gonna be the different drops place, and y'all meet and separate everything and stuff like that. Well, again, they couldn't get shit together, and they wonder why they couldn't there thrive. Because
Right.
what was happening, and I seen this firsthand, that is what a lot of Asian stores were doing. It wasn't that they were actually sitting there trying to just lend it, because you hear all kind of stuff where they do this, do that, but they actually were buying in bulk.
Mhm.
Excuse me, as a group, and because of the numbers, they was actually getting cheaper. So I mean, it's not like a brain surgery.
Right.
But shit, me, Lab, and somebody else can get something for 50 cents
Mhm.
as opposed to buy ourselves for damn 75 cents.
Right.
It's a damn no-brainer.
Right.
But you worrying about, I don't feel like driving Savannah, I don't feel like driving to Macon.
Right. When you save thousands of dollars and being able to sell it and make money off of it.
Majoring and minor.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of the biggest things to that whole point of just, that cost optimization, finding different ways, thinking outside the box. So you can reduce your actual cost.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, doing things like that, maybe bulk buying, from a co-op standpoint, looking for new vendors,
Mm-hmm.
looking, using, I mean, shit, you can, people looking like on Alibaba
Mm-hmm.
and get different vendors and stuff like that, but you don't want to, a key thing, do not compromise quality. You don't necessarily want to compromise quality with certain things, but just thinking outside the box to find certain ways to do that. And that's just that cost optimization. Other ways, automation, repetitive tasks to improve efficiency and effective operational costs. I use a company called TubeBuddy with the YouTube channels, and they do a lot of bulk processing with doing that. Like you might have a certain thing when I talk about automation, things that like I use Hootsuite, but actually can do bulk posting and everything on different platforms. We use StreamYard, where we're streaming all at the same time on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Those are aspects of automation.
Okay.
Where actually we can take things where instead of when we first started this channel,
right,
we got 3 or 4 computers down here doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like when
right.
Jonah was here,
right,
we got all these damn computers and different stuff.
Right.
We kind of get on different platforms, got all the phones going and stuff like that. With automation and stuff like that, we was able to actually spread it out from like one hub and taking advantage of it.
That's right.
Taking advantage of it. That's the thing about it. Just being able to take advantage of automation and be able to use it, make it useful for us.
I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Look, a Heavenly Touch Loving Cleaning said that they work together and we don't, and that's part of the problem. I'm talking about buying in bulk as a co-op.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. At the end of the day, math. And sometimes that be one of the biggest things I tell people is that we get caught up a lot of time in feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And like, look, man, you don't want to listen. I don't like Lab. He don't like me.
Right.
So we ain't gonna do business.
Right.
We stupid as hell. If you can sit here and me and you can go together,
right.
and we can get a product cheaper going together, we can put them feelings to the side. Mm-hmm. And everybody knows I cut my teeth growing up in white corporate America.
Right.
And I seen them guys, they did not get along. But they weren't gonna put that shit to the side because the deal was the deal.
The deal was
right?
The deal, right.
And so a lot of times when you can't say, you don't have to like somebody. Now again, you at least trust them. The whole thing gonna flip flam you and do you right. But at the end of the day, shit, they try to make money just like you are. Because you don't like them. You remember that scene from Snowfall? You ever look at Snowfall?
Uh-huh.
Where Frank was getting on Leon, talking about he didn't like the guy, Man Boy.
Okay.
He's like how you looking at me. He said, man, I'll make this operation. And you tripping because you don't like how he talked to you.
This business.
Yeah, this business. You don't like how he talked to you.
Put the feelings aside.
Man, come on now.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. We trying to make money. Because I ain't gotta like you, but I can respect you as a business person, and the deal gonna be the deal. And that's the thing about a lot of times. I'm a big proponent. I ain't really too cool on me and all my damn cousins living in the same damn house.
Right.
I stay far away from everybody. That's far away. It's close enough. If you really want to see me, you can come.
Right.
But it ain't close enough if you want to come. Everybody will be so quick to come to my house. I'm not a big proponent of 89 of living in a damn house.
Right.
Live how you want to live. I'm not that dude.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I like being by the hell by myself. But when it comes to actually doing business and stuff like that, I'm a big proponent. Like, look here, I trust you. You trust me. I know you on your up and up.
Right.
Let's go ahead and make this money.
Right.
When y'all, you know what I'm saying, with certain things, stuff like that. But that's how you know you actually do. If a person can't see this, they're actually doing you a solid. You see, they ain't really no solid business person.
Right.
If they can't see that, because real business person gonna be understanding. Like, shit, why wouldn't I?
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I have a benefit. I mean, we sell the same things, but we buying in bulk. Your store is 42 miles away from my store.
We're not competition.
We're not competition.
We're not competition, but we definitely can help out each other by able to increase our margins because we get the unit cost much smaller than what if we buying by ourselves.
I mean, the Asian has right here out here where we at. There's one on this side of the street, and there's a hair store on this side of the street. Both of them do decent business, I guess, but they literally on the same block, literally 1,000 steps away from each other, and I bet you they buying both.
Listen, what I'm saying, if me and a couple guys from Macon and Savannah, we decide to buy all our hair care products together, it'd be a no-brainer.
No brainer.
We rotate, like I said, we rotate the pickup spot. And I gave all these folks this stuff on paper, and they were just so now why we got to drive here. They couldn't understand that.
They didn't get
but they not even. It's like when in processing that. Nobody finna buy your $4 grease.
Right.
Well, they can go to the Asian and get it for damn $2.
Right.
And they ain't even processing. Listen, we trying to alleviate that because we do know from it's like people, regardless how people feel, if all things equal, they're gonna go to the black person. Like if I'm black, I'm gonna go to the black person. The white person gonna go to the white person.
Right.
Now, if it's just like a drastic cost, and we can talk the unity stuff all we damn want to.
Right.
At the end of the day, like shit, I don't have $4 to pay for your grease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to. But I can't.
Man, we in the grocery store picking up putting back $20 meat to get the 1968 pack. So what you think we gonna pay for? You get what I'm saying? $4 worth of grease, and we putting that some for 40 cents.
Absolutely. Again, tonight show we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. We're going through a couple of tidbits that can help you guys. If you are an entrepreneur, you're dealing with economic uncertainty. Like I say, anything that may be coming up in the economy that you had no control of. Pop-up stuff and everything like that, how you can pivot and adjust to make sure you got successful business, okay? The next one we're going to go through, and again, guys, the calling number is 678-740-9894. You got a question, want to add anything to the conversation, feel free to call in, 678-740-9894. The next one is customer focus. Two key things, customer retention. Focus on retaining existing customers, provide excellent customer service, and consider loyalty programs. When you're going through stuff getting rough, I mean, the hour you spend just to put that craft in a nice little message to your customer base can provide volumes. Let me tell you something, dog. I'm just be straight transparent. When I went through my divorce, I know I was tripping like for a year. My head here, man, she gonna do this, she gonna take this. I'm all screwed up in the head. And I know a lot of customers, especially them customers I had over 10 years. Like, what the hell going on with Deontay? He coming late to appointments. He rescheduling shit. Ain't right. You know, I know what they saying because you know so I got a certain way I move and do certain things. So I know people thinking. I sat there and did a bulk email. Hey man, listen, guys. Let me be transparent. We'll do a divorce. I know I have not did this, that, and that. I apologize, this, that, and that. And folk roll with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to sit here and just say, like, look, because we do know the cost to acquire a new customer is probably 3 times as much as just to even keep your current customers.
And I'm gonna give you a good example for us. You know, and we're a small business. We're small, in size, not in my head, because we the biggest ever to do it, the best to ever do it. When Slick went and when she had the pandemic, when she had the DIVOC, and we had to shut down. And I sent out that email that texted everybody like, you know, in my heart of hearts, I can't let y'all come down here and do this if you know we've had this outbreak. And just about I only had one person didn't roll with me, didn't understand the situation, and people was doing it from their house, waiting on me to open back up. You get what I'm saying? But it was just that in itself. Everybody stayed with me. Everybody rolled with me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, just something as little as birthday cards, condolences, congratulations when babies happen and stuff go a long way. When stuff get rough, people ride with you. People ride with you.
Right.
You know, you send a customer congratulations when their grandbaby came, or a birthday card, or something when somebody
or
passed.
When they going through hard times.
Yeah, exactly.
And they got to pay you for their service, and you be like, you know what? Don't worry about that. When you get back on your feet, holler at me, but we gonna keep pushing forward with what we doing.
Business is all about relationships.
Right.
I've been in business 22 years, and a lot of that done came. Like I said, I've been at all. Kids, games, funerals, weddings, all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, man, I can just say, man, I got some folks gonna ride with me over 20 years. Like really, like I know I done damn dropped the ball on some stuff.
Right.
Like really, but they ride with me because relationships are everything. You know what I'm saying? Relationships are everything. And a lot of times to maintain a relationship takes more time and effort than it take any money. Any money. But it take your time and your effort. Just being able to sit here and be real with folks like, man, Deontay solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got customers rocking me over 20 years. That's why I'm doing their grandkids stuff.
Right.
Like real talk, man. So I'm just a tidbit. So when you do see me smoking a cigar or taking a shot at 11 o'clock in the morning, that's the kind of stuff you got to kind of do. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
Just maintaining relationships. You know what I'm saying? You got anything to add, lad?
So they say when I looked out at the funeral and see you there for me, that means everything.
Absolutely. And I'm not there. And I'm not there for a reason because we all family.
Right.
And that's the thing about it, man. Shit, you know, that's the thing. You know, boy, man, I'm going through that damn divorce. Boy, just have you and Reek talk to me, man. Shit, man.
Right.
Hey, and that means a lot to people. Folk go through stuff. Again, when you just supporting people, it's really just your time and effort.
Yeah.
Your time and effort. And you being genuine. And that's the thing about it, man. Because, you know, you have a selfish mindset. Well, I ain't getting that out of whatever and stuff like that. But see how long that shit work out for you. You know what I'm saying? When stuff get rough. Because a lot of times it ain't if.
It's when.
It's when.
It always
right?
Win. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. So that's just something to keep in mind. Because, again, those kind of things don't cost you no money. Just keeping relationships and being that shit don't cost you no damn money.
Treat people like you would want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Respecting them and giving them grace and mercy that you would want for yourself. A heavenly touch, loving cleaner says, that's true. I just had to shut my business down, and I have customers that are sticking beside me in order for me to rebrand and come back better. Some of them call, text me, and ask me if I'm okay. I just don't share my personal business with everyone, but I do keep the lines open.
Well, I'm a faithful customer. What was it, Heavenly Cleaning?
Yeah.
And yeah. So I damn sure need you. Man, we've been over there like this is bullshit. This is bullshit, Daddy. We definitely wait for you to get everything back together. So
right.
Hanging that up. So everything gonna work out. I look forward to seeing you soon.
That's what you was telling me about.
Absolutely.
You about to get another faithful customer as soon as you get it back going on.
Got Chateau Pouche back in the game.
Right.
Yeah. And another thing we talk about customer service is market research. Staying attuned to customers' changing needs and preferences through market research and surveys. And again, find out what people want. Because a lot of times we get caught up into what I can be trying to give you what you want. You know, economy going bad. I'm like, okay, let's keep doing this. But just like what I'm doing, your needs and wants may change. Well, look, I don't need that shit right now. Look, we going through this. I just need this. And being abreast of what your customer wants. Because like I always tell you, like people forget when you're in business, you're not selling to yourself.
Right.
You're selling to your customer. And you got to understand, what we say, the old adage, people say the customer's always right. The customer ain't always right. The customer always paying you.
Right.
And you got to understand, like, if they don't want the shit you provide or the shit you sell, you have to understand, like, I got to pivot and adjust. Well, what do y'all want? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to keep your ear to that because you can be so stuck and focused on, I don't want to do it that way. If nobody paying you, shit, it don't matter what you want. We ain't been to make money. Okay, we can say, yeah, I want to do this for the community. I want to do this for my people and all that shit. But I still got bills to pay. Right. And that's the thing. A lot of times, like, man, you've been in the game for a minute. Like, look, you understand. I mean, it sound good, like, for whatever, but you know, I got bills to pay.
Right.
So you have to make sure that whatever the customer wants, you actually provide the product and service what they want. And the only way you're gonna find that out is asking, putting out surveys, trying to get abreast, get a tune for what everybody's trying to do. You know, like I said, put it ear to the street, find out exactly. Because you might be told off. What you did last year may not be what they want this year. So you got to kind of just be kind of proactive with finding out information to see what. Again, we start talking about dealing with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. You got to be able to pivot and adjust. Don't get caught in your feelings of what the hell you trying to do. Because you can see and say, I like doing this, I like doing that. It's therapeutic. But we start talking about making money. Shit, you got to actually, the customer. That's where your focus got to be with that. Absolutely, absolutely. Again, guys, we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. This is the Dollar Hour. I am Deontay Burton, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We're streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. What's up, cuz? My cousin Robert in there. What's going on, boy? Definitely got to make sure you're abreast of that. Guys, you want to call in? The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. The next one is agility and adaptability, right? Agility and adaptability. You got to have an agile business model. Be ready to, we're talking about all night, be ready to pivot and pivot your business model if necessary based on market demand. What we just talked about, guys. People may want certain prices. People may want, more of a product delivered, may want less. You got to be able to be flexible enough to understand what the market wants and to be able to, make them adjustments to provide that for them. The next one we're looking at being innovations. Encourage innovation within your organization. New ideas can lead to revenue streams. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first met Lab, I was actually a guest on the actual on Misfits Radio, Misfits TV in there, and he brought that to me. I'm like, damn, I started looking like that was just a whole untapped thing.
Right.
With doing that, I'm looking at, I'm kind of looking at podcasts and all this, like, just like, man, that's not something I even thought about. But everybody know me, I like running my damn mouth.
Right.
Like, shit. It's been
right.
Love at first sight.
The best thing that ever happened to you.
I can run my goddamn mouth. Shit, So just being able to do that and stuff like that, but just understand when people, because you never, we have a lot of stuff covered and we're all smart. But there are a lot of things out there we don't know. And if you have things out there that can actually help you run things more effectively and efficiently with your, being out giving out products and services, take advantage of it, right? We know what we know, but it's a lot we don't know. But especially we have other people in your team. Hey, what y'all think? What you think about this? What you think about that? And give people, I always ask the question why and how and stuff like that. And don't be so stuck in your ways to kill enthusiasm, run people off because you're not listening to them. And everything, because I've heard of, people say, well, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? And I always ask for, well, how we gonna pay for it? Because a lot of times you might have an idea to me, like, it's cool to try, but it's gonna cost too much.
Right.
And a person they don't know, they don't understand the cost side of it, might think you're not paying attention to them.
All they see is the great idea.
Yeah. But then, like, sometimes, like, well, look, man, get everything together. And a lot of times when you put that charge on folks, people are back out of it because I ain't listening to you. Like, look, man, but you throwing me an idea. I understand what I'm paying. Let me get all the data in front of me.
Right. It might not even be a cost. It may be a time issue. You throw out ideas and it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, and that's a great idea, but between this, and this
don't work.
You get what I'm saying? I just don't have the time, and it sometimes it's just not feasible.
Time ain't working. The math ain't mathing.
Right.
All that kind of stuff going on and stuff like that. But like I said, at least try, make the attempt to even try to look at it. See, maybe, let's see. But, put the charge on for, like, look, if you're going to bring it to me, cool. Just bring me all the data so we can make an informed decision off that. We ain't just, going because, just like in business, you'll be at no shortage of getting ideas and suggestions.
Right.
But at the end of the day, look, give me the whole package.
Right.
Then we can look at it. and go from there and stuff like that. But have the actual um the response ready.
Mhm.
That's why I say a lot of times, people can get in their feelings and say you're not listening to them. I'm listening to you, but you just give me out words. Bring me
Right.
all this stuff
Right.
so I can look at how much it's gonna cost me. Like you said, what will be the time constraints? How we'll be able to navigate that with everything we're doing. And a lot of times people don't want to provide you that because now they got to take some kind of effort to get everything in behind their advice and actually prove it.
Mhm.
And I ain't listening to you, dog. You just kind of quit, really, when I gave you the chance to give me the information.
Mhm.
And that happens a lot. The next one, guys, do some financial planning, scenario planning. Prepare for different economic scenarios. Have plans for best case, worst case, and most likely situations. When everybody give me quotes and give me ideas when I deal with vendors and contractors, worst case scenario, what it gonna be?
Mhm.
And I had a brother sitting there and tell me, he's like, well, I don't want to look at it like that. I gotta look at it like that. I can forecast for that. So anything, if something can come in better, I was ready for the worst,
Mhm.
right? Have all the kind of things set up and stuff. And typically that's how we try to do stuff in the financial world. We do forecasts and budgets and stuff like that, worst case scenario. And the reason being, if things go under budget,
Mhm.
you look like geniuses.
Right.
Or you sit there and try to plan on best case. If this don't happen, that don't happen, and things kind of go over, over budget, and you kind of run in the red. People are looking like, well, what are you idiots doing? So you want to make kind of plans
Mhm.
on worst case scenarios because you're looking at worst case. I know I can get it cheaper, but let's just put this down just in case.
Right.
But if you do that kind of stuff, like I said, guys, remember, words help you dream, but numbers keep you accountable.
Mhm.
People stay away from numbers because again, they ain't ready
It's
for that
true.
smoke. They ain't ready for that smoke.
Yeah.
But always remember that, guys. Numbers keep you accountable. Numbers will keep you accountable. So don't shy away from it.
Theo said first timer, and now a subscriber. So you got to do subscriber.
I appreciate
you.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Who was that?
Theo.
Welcome aboard.
I think
Welcome
that's
aboard.
Theo. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I apologize, but it looks like Theo to me.
Theo, I got them 9 o'clock eyes.
Yeah.
It's all good. Don't shy away from getting a financial advisor. Consult a financial advisor who specializes in business and get tailored advice. Guys, you gotta know I charge $2.10 an hour.
Mhm.
That public information when I run my mouth, and a lot of times people call me. I know this week probably 10 calls, whatever. Hey, just want to talk to you about this, that, and that. I said, look, that's cool. Book an appointment, this, that, and that. What do you charge? Everything there, $2.10 an hour, 175, 30 minutes.
Mhm.
You want somebody give you the blueprint
Right.
to make $100,000, but you don't spend no damn money.
You want it for free.
Like I tell people all the time, Google, hey, look at the Google reviews.
Right.
Look at the Google reviews. I'm
Right.
22 years in the game.
Right.
You can look up this kind of stuff and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's 4.9. I know who that damn won. I know who the hell that one is.
Already.
I know who the hell that won. I know who the hell that one is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, I know who the hell that one is.
Right.
And I'm just saying, hey, listen, guys, you can't expect folks to give you. You cannot have these damn superstar aspirations, but damn, bum ass damn won't budget. You just can't do it.
Right.
And that's being real.
Right. Well, it was one time it was a photographer. He said, I always go to these people and shoot videos, music videos. He said, I always go to these people about music videos. And, we was interviewing, I forget who his name was. Now, I'm sorry. He says, I go to these people with interviews. The first thing I say, they want to shoot a video. I said, well, what's your budget? What's your budget looking like?
So we can make a judgment accordingly.
And they say, give him the lowball number. And he'll say, well, you can't rent a Bentley and a Ferrari for your video in a mansion on that type of money. You need to come back. And he said, oh man, we could do it for that. You just gotta. And he's like, no, you can't do it for that. You can't expect to look like a millionaire in a video on an EPT budget. It just don't work.
I'm gonna tell you an aspect of business that a lot of people try to ball on and they negate, and that's advertising.
Mm-hmm.
People do not want to spend money on advertising because they feel like they can do a lot of stuff on social media and get traction, which is true. But you cannot advertise like lifeblood of a business, and because people don't necessarily want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If I run on the low, let's say we do a basic return, like say 350, I can run that just 350 be able to have me reach at least 10,000 people a month,
right,
on Google Ads.
Mm-hmm.
So it behooves me one customer gonna pay for the money.
Right.
We just talking about stuff on the low, and you want to sit here and just I don't want to do that. I want to pay that. But hey, pay the cost, be the boss.
Right.
And again, you don't have to. We start just talking about just being sustainable. Something you just can't avoid. You know, we're doing it. You know, man, like I don't want to spend this. I don't want to do that. We can't do it. Something you can't afford not to do.
Right.
Makes sense. So
Right.
that's one of the things I will say. That if you can get skilled advice and things like that, we're in a world, a technological world, where you can actually, find certain people. Trading Code said champagne tastes better with bill money. What does champagne taste with bill money?
Yeah, champagne tastes.
Champagne tastes with bill money.
You're right. Six say
they ain't gonna work. Trading Code.
People say Six say people will stop in their tracks when it comes to money.
Yeah.
We ask them what's the budget.
I told the first time when people call taxes, what y'all charge?
Right.
What y'all charge? Shit, I'm short dollar, not low dollar. Shit, I'm insured.
Right.
I got all these damn firewalls set up.
You
ain't gonna your social ain't gonna compromise with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless they damn one of them what's them little forward the little mask.
Yeah.
Whatever them damn folks.
Hackers.
Supreme hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you ain't gotta worry about none of that stuff. I stand on it. I'm insured. All kind of stuff happen. I stand. You can find me 24/7. I mean, it ain't gonna be that. You know, I get them calls all the time. Well, I went to somebody, they messed my stuff up. Well, I should have went with you the first time. Shit, it's gonna be high. I charge one thing to do it. I charge double to fix it.
It's gonna be hard to fix somebody else's problem.
Shit. That's the damn truth, man. That's the damn truth with that one.
Right.
Definitely the truth. I gotta fix it, huh? Shit. Ain't gonna roll like that. Again, we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. The next one we're talking about government support and networking. I think the young lady had mentioned that earlier, but this one wants to get in regards to the government support and networking. Government assistance. You can stay informed about government support programs and grants that might be available to entrepreneurs during economic downturns. Kind of what I was saying with the pandemic, the PPP and the disaster loans. A lot of other different products and services were available to people. But guys, you gotta always understand. It's one thing to get access to capital. It's also being able to know what to do when you get money. You still got to be disciplined. You still got to be plan things, be strategic, because there are a ton of information on the internet with telling people how to get, all kind of loans and credit cards and things like that. But if you're gonna run it down card up and all this other kind of stuff and do things wrong, you still got to pay them back.
Right.
So you can't get away from that aspect of, you know what I mean? Discrimination, like that's what a lot of people try to actually avoid.
Right.
I want to get this money, but I understand I get it back. It's about getting the money and paying. I was thinking earlier, had a conversation with my homegirl earlier the day. We were talking about somebody asked me to I'm gonna be getting down before his shit, finance a play. And I got $3,000. They were just telling me how they can get $3,000, from me to do the play. And they can do this, they can make all kind of money, they can do this, they'll have it, they play. They had the whole thing lined up, right? But I had to stop. Hey, bro, what the hell you gonna give me?
Right. What I get out of it?
Like, I ain't giving you no damn money. I need your title,
right.
Your good title.
Right.
I need everybody's stuff. I need some, you know what I mean? And I want more than $3,000 back.
Right.
But he was just like, nah, like that had never ran across his damn mind to damn. When I for a girl title, like, I gotta have some stuff to see here,
Right.
But he like that hadn't even ran across his damn mind. He had a lot of plans with my money.
And he's gonna make big money off your money.
Well, I tell you, boy. Yeah.
It sounded good when he said it. When he said it to himself in the mirror, and he wanted to pitch that to you.
Shit sound good here damn head. Old head, like I always say, old head told me, when you do deal with a person, make sure when you do deal with people, after you don't pitch the deal, make sure that all parties can get up from the table feeling good about themselves.
Right. People want to do things without any risk. They always want the reward.
Yeah.
And like business is a risk reward type deal. You may have to sacrifice some things in order to make some things happen.
That's it.
It's not all reward.
We did that show before. The sacrifice for success.
Right.
How much you willing to give to get further that totem pole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And again, we're talking about government support networking, networking, connecting with other entrepreneurs and professionals. Networking can provide valuable insights and potential collaboration. Being real with folks. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be popular. And I said with true networking, you're actually dealing with decision makers, people that actually can improve you. It don't benefit me to say I know that cat ain't gonna do shit for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know somebody, you want to get a job or a contract, and they know somebody work there, but they just know somebody, but they actually can't do anything to benefit you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get yourself out there. We actually get a network, adding value to yourself, and you be able to offer something that you can add value to another person.
Right.
That's true networking, not necessarily. It's a difference between popularity and networking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A person that been there 30 years, not the same person that actually can know the decision maker.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference, and being able to put yourself in a position where if you're not a people person, put yourself out there where you can be uncomfortable, lose your thoughts, get over that little fear of talking and stuff like that. You can learn how to actually tell people how you can add value to their situation, and in turn help to add value to your situation when you need them and stuff like that. I think I have a decent network where if things go wrong, not from an actual being access to money standpoint, but just if I need something, hey man, my child going through this. Hey bro, I went through this, that, and that. Who I can call, that kind of stuff. And it's also just saying from a business standpoint, for certain things. Hey, I get calls. Hey D, look, hey bro, check this out. There's a contract over here. This thing going there and stuff like that. But just being I'm not from I don't have the benefit my children have where they can say they Deontay's son, I'm Pooch's son. I didn't have that.
Right.
So everything I built, I built it.
Right.
All my name and being solid with people. But that's why I think a lot of and actually understand that, meeting people, losing my words,
right.
Understand how to be in certain circles and stuff like that. You got to get your ego to the side, build yourself up to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If you, to be honest with you, you should be the smartest person in your circle. You should be around people who can pour into you just as much as you pour out.
Absolutely. But that's the thing about it. You have to be willing to be flexible enough and transparent, and you have a good dose of humility to be able to sit here and grow like that and stuff like that, man. Like I said, I ain't had no. I've always been a confident person, but I definitely can't sit here and say that. I knew that, know this, I knew that. I remember, man, being the only damn black person at the table, going to some corporate lunches. I ain't know my damn salad fork. I'm in a hungry hell, man. Wait till I'm hungry.
Picking up the first fork.
Yeah. No, I'm watching them.
All right.
I'm watching them. Then I say, okay, I guess that's the right fork. Totally out of my place.
Right.
Totally out of place. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn.
Right.
Because I knew where I wanted to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of folks don't want to admit that, or they'll stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that and everything.
The uncomfortable spots.
Yeah, very extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable doing those kind of things and stuff. But you got to be able to grow yourself from actually not just a professional standpoint to a social standpoint when able to do that. Because there's a difference between when we start looking at, we start talking about, economic uncertainty, and we start looking at a lot of times people get their income, they don't understand from a social standpoint. You can actually be a person that's producing $150,000 a year, but you still won't be invited to certain upper tier social things. You make more money than them,
right?
But socially, you're just not accepted to them,
right?
You understand what I'm saying?
You don't do.
You get your ass around that black excellence crowd, like you might have more money than them,
right?
But socially, they just won't accept you,
right?
It's whatever you'll see when you get there, because you don't move like them, talk like them, think like them, and really, you might not even want to be damn bothered with them. But the problem come up if you got aspirations of doing certain things. I want to be brought into these tables. I want to have these certain kind of things. But if you're not really prepared to do those kind of things, be it right or wrong, fair or unfair, it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff like that, and I had to see that, right? You know what I'm saying? And you just got to know how to not compromise you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a good example. As a DJ, I started when in the time, because I'm a little older, I'm a little more seasoned. I started at the time when I was DJing when DJs didn't talk on the mic. That's what the MC was for. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all came from. Now you have to learn how to talk on the mic. Now I can sit here and talk on this podcast, on every podcast that we have on this station, and talk and have a good time. But when it comes to me talking on the mic while I'm DJing, I'm a nervous wreck. I can't do it. I don't like the way I sound. I don't this, that, and the third. but I know that I need to adjust because a lot of times people, when they pay me, they gonna want me to talk on the mic. They gonna want me to say certain things.
You ain't like the Florida DJ, Jam Pony, and all them guys. Up, stop, up. Every damn 5 seconds they coming on song.
I want the people to hear the music when I'm playing it, but at certain times with a song, you might want to say a couple of things. You might want to, get a couple of things in. And I just wasn't. That's not how I learned how to DJ.
Yeah.
It was somebody in front of me doing those things while I played the music.
Yeah.
So I know that I have to adjust, but that's like I have to grow myself.
Yeah.
I gotta grow myself to that point. Yeah. And I've been practicing it.
Yeah.
When I'm DJing personally.
Yeah, growth ain't easy, change ain't easy, and stuff like that. And especially you got to just understand how much you're gonna be receptive to it. If you don't want to do it, you just be able to deal with consequences. Consequences ain't always negative. It's just the result.
The result.
And if you're okay with it, cool. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that I don't necessarily do. Excuse me, but I'm okay.
Right.
If certain things don't happen, people are like, well, you can do this, you can make more money. First of all, you be like, you ain't never did this shit before, so you don't know.
Right.
But I'm okay. I'm okay with it with certain things and stuff. So I always kind of keep that in mind. But that's a good point. I appreciate you sharing that. Again, we're talking about how to deal with economic uncertainty as an entrepreneur. The next one is focus on marketing. And this is very, very important. We kind of dabbled on this earlier. Targeted marketing. Invest in targeted marketing campaigns to reach the right audience effectively. Remember, guys, as we evolve and change, the people trying to service and everything change too. Mm-hmm. Because we make start off at a certain demographic, certain age group, but we may want to stick with that age group as they mature and grow. We got to kind of be realistic about what changes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The people we start off, you see musicians, they'll have a certain music out, but as that audience grows and changes, they get kids, they do certain things, they change. Mm-hmm. And you got to say, okay, do I still want to kind of deal with their children and keep trying to deliver, or do I want to mature with that? Same thing, we do products and services and everything. So the person, when you first get your house, if you've been there 10 to 15 years, there may be other things that happen with the house that you may be concerned about or just care about and stuff. So you got to kind of understand how you want to reach people. Other thing we talk about digital marketing, leveraging our digital marketing channels, which often have a higher return on investment and can be more easily tracked. That being when you pump it in social media, what we talked about earlier with the Google ads and stuff like that, you actually can track that kind of stuff we're doing and stuff, but people avoid things a lot of times because they don't have to unfamiliarity, don't want to spend the money and stuff like that, want to go the cheap route, just posting stuff online, and you're only gonna reach the people that actually know you.
Right.
Maybe somebody shared and all that kind of stuff, but when you see them just pay a couple more dollars every month, they're gonna send out to a target market or a certain audience that is that value that you want to have access to if you didn't do that, right? Because again, with the posting, you're only subject to who you know and the people that you do know, them forwarding it, right? And that might be okay, but most time it's not enough. Now, if you try to make a little side money on the side doing your business, but actually your own thing, probably behooves you to actually be looking at that.
Right.
So, but again, that's why I say sometimes either get somebody in your circle that is informed, or put yourself in a position where you can get some kind of education or some kind of training or knowledge where you can actually find out about those products and services. When we start talking about digital marketing, digital advertising channels, things like that, okay? The next one is staying informed. Economic trends, stay updated on economic trends, both locally, globally. Understand how these trends might impact your industry. Social media, certain costs, fashion, way people living, way people driving, and all that kind of stuff. All these are actual, trends that people, we talk the music, the games, how we doing certain things and stuff like that. How can that impact you? Staying abreast of it. People don't do that anymore.
No.
People, just with print media and all that kind of stuff, people sit here and say, old school, print out some flyers and put them on folk cards.
Right.
Who the fuck who want fire?
It's just gonna mess up the party.
Like I said, everybody live on their phone.
Right. Everybody live on their phone.
So you got to sit here and say, like, am I doing what I want to do? Am I doing what we can get access to people, what people want to see? So those kind of things, we understand the trends. And lastly, guys, this is the most important thing. Be straight up with you. Got to take care of yourself. Stress management. Entrepreneurship can be very stressful, especially during uncertain times. Take care of your physical and mental health to stay resilient. When things get rough, you question yourself, question your business, question your friendships, question your family, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a very super confident person. But if I sit here, I want to sit here and lie to you and say, like, damn, man, I'm doing this shit right, what's working and stuff. And that's what every business I done. You know, this channel, the tab, I mean, all kinds of stuff. We like, damn, what can I be doing different? What can I be doing? Everything's hit. Okay, that worked. But really, the work is just might be a different cycle. Regardless of how things happen. But you gotta be willing to go through stuff. And a lot of times people just ain't willing to go through stuff, right? And you just gotta sit here and say to yourself, keep it even keel. You know, if you put the structure in place, forecasting, projecting, you got the structure with the rules and stuff like that. That'll help you navigate those kind of stressful moments a whole lot better. Instead you just shoot from the hip all the time.
Right.
Structure helps out a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody wants structure, right?
Right.
You know, children want it. People can't handle it. They get forced on. They go to jail. All of a sudden, everybody taking a bath. Everybody standing in line. All that kind of stuff. You gotta go to jail, do that. And it's the same kind of principle out here. We have freedoms, but because we don't want to say actually stick that, stay in order, move accordingly, and everything come into place. But what happens a lot of times because it don't happen, we want it to happen now, but it might happen next month. That's how it is.
We always want it now. It takes too long.
I function in a business where it's like I share this all the time. We finna start hiring for tax preparers in the next couple of weeks. We got a course and all that kind of stuff going on. Advertising and promos going in. We start preparing taxes. The IRS typically doesn't start receiving returns until the last weekend of the month. We don't start receiving revenue to the middle of February.
Right.
So you talking about 4 or 5 damn months doing some shit.
Right.
With no money coming in.
Right.
Come on now.
Working hard too.
Working hard and putting out money.
Right.
That's the other part, putting out damn money and not getting any money.
Right.
And knowing you ain't getting no damn money.
For at least 5 months.
Exactly. So those kind of things. And being disciplined enough when that bulk of money coming in February, March, and April, being able to pay off the rest of your stuff for the rest of the year, being disciplined to do that. Those kind of things got to kind of, you got to be disciplined. Understand, don't buy into temptation. Understand the stress of certain things and stuff like that. But like, look, man, I know my money gonna come in a couple months. Hold up and all this other kind of stuff. Those kind of things, you gotta take care of yourself. Gotta take care of yourself.
I'm not that disciplined. I know who is disciplined, Slick discipline. So I'll give the money to her and let her handle it. But I know I ain't.
But you're smart enough to know.
I know me.
But you're smart enough to know.
If I get a boat and I'll be like, I've been wanting that $1,300 turntable right there for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm going to get it. So I know better.
But like I said, the key thing, you're smart enough to know.
Right.
And guys, remember, every business is unique. So it's essential to tailor your strategies to your specific industry, market, and financial situation. Regularly reassess your business strategies and be prepared to adapt to as the economic landscape evolves. Be receptive to change. Understand it's going to happen. Don't beat yourself up. Things didn't work out the way you planned. That's life. And the first time and the last time, that's how things go. You know what I'm saying?
Heavenly Touch, loving cleaning says she won't know how to do taxes.
We start hiring this week. Just give me a call. I ain't going nowhere. You know my number.
Right.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere at all, man. Look, man, it's been a super show, man. We had a super show, man. We had a lot of fun tonight.
Yep.
A lot of fun tonight. And listen, guys, if you came in the middle of the show, came in the tail end, remember, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. You Google it. You can Google Mr. Short Dollar. You'll see this handsome face pop up. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. You can check out this whole video in its full entirety. And also take advantage of the over 800 videos that we have on the YouTube channel. We got a grant playlist with over 150 active grants on there. I like to say covering business operations, business finance, business management. A lot of great information there. But definitely go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you hit that bell to get a notification each time I upload a new video. Got Free Spirit 5060. Say hi there. Appreciate you tuning in. Consistent listener on TikTok. Thanks for tuning in and stuff. Got anybody else? Any other questions, comments, anything like that?
Nope.
We rocking and rolling, woman.
Nope, no more.
But listen, y'all, we're finna get ready to cut everything out. Look at my son Chris coming in at the end. Y'all late ass. What up, Chris B?
What up, Chris B?
What Chris talking about? Hello. Hello. That's my baby boy. That's why I want my kids still at the house. There, William done left, PJ done left.
Right.
My twin Chris at the house. What's up, baby boy? Check out Chris' Instagram. Crochet by Chris. Chris, I got well covered. I had one of his bucket hats. He's very gifted in making different crochet designs. He actually starts next week. So, brother, I hate not forgetting his name, but we partnered with him with 100 Black Men South Metro. He's actually a black tailor.
Okay.
So, Chris finna get ready to start next week to become a master tailor.
Oh.
Become a master tailor. I ain't talking about sewing no damn putting on him and no playing. We talking about suits, dresses, and everything. So shout out to my boy Chris. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Start that next week. Start it next week, man. So big shout out to you, Chris. Everything else solid, man. The guy, I'm still in the midst of getting the book, going through editors and proofreaders. The book should be out. It was tend to the end of this month. It probably some worst case next time, sometime next month. But when it come, I'm over the level, baby. I'm over the level. You will understand why I took a little time to get this out, because I will make sure y'all gave y'all everything that I have. Chris said, thank you. Anytime, baby boy. I love you, man. Sex Redbone said, go, Chris. Yeah, man. I'm real proud of you, dude. But definitely, guys, I just want to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the love, support that you guys have given us and everything like that. November is approaching us, Black Friday. We're gonna do got a lot of great information coming. Definitely, if you're an entrepreneur, new in the business and stuff, Free Spirit say shout out to Chris. Appreciate that. Definitely, guys, check out that grants playlist on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. We had the October 2023 grants came out. I think I released a video. I released one today for a grant, startup grants for nonprofits. You got a nonprofit startup grant. Go to my YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Got a grant for that. A lot of great information on the YouTube channel. It's gonna take something that everybody got a lot of. They actually don't want to spend it. It's time. So go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Take advantage of the information. Listen, guys, y'all take care of yourself. Love you. Oh, big shout out, man. I ain't mentioning. Monka Perry Burden, he passed this past Sunday, man. He was like the patriarch of our family, man. He was my granddad's oldest brother. He just passed. So big shout out to Monka Perry and all my family. We having the funeral Sunday at Monk Charles Funeral Home down in the Williamson or Griffin. But everything, man. Shout out all my cousins and everything. I'm a lot of my cousins. I'm from a big family, right, and everything. Like, so he was my grandfather's brother, older brother, and my condolences go out there. He was a solid brother, solid man. I'm sorry, but I just want to mention that before I get off and everything. But again, guys, thanks for all the love and support. Y'all take care of yourself, and I will talk with you soon.